Well, here I am in the hospital with the coronavirus. I'd like to tell you what the symptoms were. Initially, the first thing was like coughing, like I never coughed before, one cough after the other, like I've been invaded by some nanoparticle. And I never experienced anything like that in my entire life. That was the first symptom. The second symptom was I lost 5 pounds in one day. 5 pounds. After that, I split to the office and eventually ended up in the hospital with 108 fever in the intensive care ward where they gave me all kinds of opiates and somehow worked on my lungs and brought me back to life, although I'll probably never be the same again. So, it's just a horrible thing. I was too lax. I thought I was invincible. I continued in my everyday activities as if the coronavirus didn't exist. I thought the odds were that it wouldn't affect me, but I was wrong. I had been smoking pot for years and years and vaping and had bladder cancer. And, it really hit me hard. So I'm trying to convalesce using this. Exhale, inhale. Lungs straight again. Rough after 40 years of pot smoking and vaping. 75 anyway, so I sure lived an interesting life, I'll tell you. Just unbelievable. But as far as the origin of the coronavirus, not from some lab, it didn't leak out from some lab in Wuhan. It was a zoonotic disease. It was transmitted from animals to human beings, probably from bats to some intermediary cat to the workers at that Wuhan wet market, because it was the workers who were the first ones to get it. It wasn't the workers at the coronavirus lab that got it. And the WHO reported this, and they immediately said there was no human-to-human contact, which was a big mistake on their part. Not have enough information to say that. Then they went on and said there was no need for travel restrictions. So those assholes are partially responsible for me being in the hospital now. Bats are the only mammals that can fly, and they're known disease spreaders. And the Chinese eat them, or they urinated on another animal that they eat, and one of the workers was bitten by that animal, or ate that animal and got the virus. This is how other diseases spread. So, you can blame the ones to blame the Chinese Communist Party, because they allowed this to go on. They allowed these markets to fester, even though they knew that they were progenitors of disease. I don't know, life is never going to be the same in this country. It's just never going to, it's the end of the world as we know it. It's going to be a whole different structure. This is not going to go away quickly. There's other viruses, animals, waiting to be transmitted to human beings. So I don't know what the answer is, but we'll see what happens. You have crazy people. They're going to go out and they're going to regroup and open their states. And there's going to be another resurgence of the virus. Because all it takes is one person spread it to two people, the two people spread it to four people, and it goes on and on. And there's silent carriers. So I don't know what the answer is, other than to spend more money on virology. Be very careful when there's a outbreak of unknown origin. This, I don't think Biden is going to be able to handle it, really. The only one that can handle it is Governor Cuomo. He seems to have his act together. So I'd like to see him oppose Trump. Biden is like burned out, but it's too late unless somebody nominates him and they switch their votes over to him. Because he handled it very well in New York City. Well, that's all I have to say on that subject. Or also Mayor de Blasio, he first came out and said, "Oh, don't worry. The virus only lasts for minutes on hard surfaces." You can go to my page on Facebook, uh, existence on hard surfaces, or you go to the other one, the Corona plague, and you can have a video of him saying this, which was very irresponsible. He just hasn't really. He didn't. They should have gone out with trucks and sprayed the streets. He didn't close the schools on time. The guy is a waste. You know, his mother was a suspected Russian intelligence service. They bugged her apartment. They tapped her phone. They recruited maids to spy on her. They did black bag jobs. They found she was in touch with other RIS personnel working in the United States. So, he was inculcated with this philosophy. There's other questions. Now we find that his roommate was gay at NYU. Maybe they put all gay people together in the same room at that time. Maybe de Blasio was gay. And then he decided to get together with Charlene and both get themselves straight so he could run for public office. I don't know. I don't know. I just wonder about these things. You never know. So things look bleak, very bleak. We're going to be all focused on this for a long time when we should be focused on other things. The virus itself is a nanoparticle. When it exists, when it's in the original bat or whatever it was in, was able to multiply, and the nanoparticle comes out, and, and you get it, you internalize it, and then it becomes a living thing. Then it reproduces. Before that, it's not a living thing. And it has a lipid layer that can be, when you wash your hands, the lipid layer, it dissolves and the whole thing goes away. So it's not a indestructible thing, but you know, it's going to take over our lives. This nanoparticle is going to change everything.